with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I have never. I did something for the first time yesterday afternoon. That was one of the chance to do was jump into one of the tickets live streams, and oh my goodness, man, it, it's entertaining and chaotic. It's hard to get a word in, but there was of course a couple of Lakotas on that stream yelling and screaming, and oh my goodness, the Lakotas are more emotional than originally thought. You can't say anything to them without them getting in their feelings about it. I have never seen 40-something-year-old grown man cap for a guy that they don't know. He don't know anything about them. Made up them Diddy parties and now has a Barbie doll. I have never seen this happen before in the history of time, earth, and humans. It's completely crazy out there, y'all. But before we go in, like, share, subscribe, of course. Do all three of those things. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like to hear what I have to say. And if you're a Lakotas, I don't want you here. This is what I want you to do if you're a Lakotas.
I don't like you. Get out.
So let's get into this. So it might be some other people making the video about this, but I wanted to put my thoughts into it because I thought it was an interesting topic. It's something that probably needs to be talked about a little bit more. For this most part of the season, I went in on the alien Adam Silver fish for a couple of videos this season, how the decline of the NBA is right staring right out of our faces. And this guy has so many excuses of why the ratings have been low. Beginning of the season because it was the election, it was the World Series, NFL, hockey, people playing outside. You see that car crash down the street, everybody was watching that. Just goofy stuff, man. There's an election every 4 years. There's the World Series every year. That hasn't changed. Football happens every year. Hockey happens every year around October, November. So, miss me with the excuses. But there has been a point that was brought up. I want to say after 2014, when not Adam Silver, but when David Stern stepped down and retired from the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver stepped in. We all know the league has been on a downward trend. Yes, Adam Silver may have gotten the old Clippers owner up out of there. Shoot, they ain't made a freaking TV series about that. The former Clippers owner, the one that was racist and all that other stuff, got his ass up out of there. Adam Silver, that was one of his first, I think that was one of his first missions to complete. But ever since then, it's just been downhill. He has let these guys, for the most part, make these super teams, watered down the league with these super teams, got rid of defense basically at this point, hard defense, increased scoring by all these dudes shooting all these damn threes. The whole dress code thing that David Stern put in almost, what was it, almost 20 years ago now? I think it was almost something 20 years ago now. That has been lax now to the point these guys are coming in wearing freaking, I don't know what they even wearing. I don't know what, capris and long weird shirts and skirts and Birkins and bags and all kinds of other stuff now. I remember 20 years ago, dudes were coming in with them big padded suits on, business suits on, and even before that, at least they was masculine with the hip hop clothing they call it, the large jersey and the big baggy pants with the jabots and Timberlands. I'd rather take those two than what they wearing now. But anyways, yeah, some people might go into Adam Silver because of the shoes and everything. Dudes, some people don't like that these guys are not wearing shoes that match their jersey. I don't really care about all of that. Some people went in like Isaiah Thomas on some of the coaches need to go back wearing the suits. That's either here or there. But the biggest problem is the biggest elephant in the room when it comes to Adam Silver is the players' empowerment. And as well adding on to that, load management, of course. These players basically almost get to do what they want to do. You got the clowns, no, the inmates running the asylum. I know some people don't like that, but it's true. You got LeBron just doing whatever he wants to do, running up on sports analysts, eating fruit on the bench, being unprofessional, wearing do-rag, and all kinds of stuff just been going on. All kinds of stuff has been going on. It's completely ridiculous. And I think if David Stern was still around being commissioner, half of the stuff probably would never happen in the first place. The minute that stuff went down, snap, David Stern is taking care of it. It's gone. It's not letting it happen. And I, for one, was not a big fan of David Stern. But at least, like the kids say, he stood on business with a lot of stuff. Trying to promote men to play basketball, not immature kids wearing shirts off like they at the YMCA. I think a lot of people don't understand professionalism. We see it every day. Not cordial, not modest at all. Freaking out females running around here with everything hanging out. What type of time we on with this stuff, man? No professionalism in this league anymore. And some people have pointed out, it's very funny that most of this, it's gotten worse, the lack of professionalism in the NBA, right after, I can't possibly say after Kobe's passing, but definitely after David Stern's passing might be true. Some say David Stern was still around parts of the NBA, but ever since then, it's just gotten worse with some of this stuff. Drinking, like I said, eating fruit on the bench, just acting a complete fool. I ain't gonna say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Goofball. Goofballism going on. Straight goofballs running this league. It's one of the reasons why the ratings are going down. Some people get turned off by the behavior of certain players in this league. That's when it comes back to professionalism. That's why when Isaiah Thomas said what he said, he was right. But now you got people trying to clap back at him, bringing up stuff from his past, talking about he only won 2 rings, he this and that and this and that. That's not the point, you freaking nincompoops. What's the problem with these kids these days? They got no professional, no modestism, if that is even a word. They ain't got no coup to them. They just want to do whatever. Then again, it's also the parents' fault. Then again, it could be possibly the kids' fault because kids don't listen. You can't teach them nothing because they think they know everything. Knuckle hardheads. But anyways, this load management crap that's been going on wouldn't have been happening. Wouldn't have happened. Lots of stuff wouldn't have happened if David Stern was around. Play in season tournaments, the lacks of defense. Now, some things might still going on with David Stern with the ref. I think we'll still give you bad calls and ref, and certain teams are allowed to do certain things, but other teams can't do certain things on defense and all kinds of stuff. I think some of that still possibly will be going on because it was going on when David Stern was commissioner. Don't make me bring up the 2002 Sacramento Kings, LA Kings, Sacramento Kings and LA Lakers series, Western Conference Finals. Don't make me bring that up. Tim Donahue. That type of stuff was going on under David Stern. But this, like I said, this in-season tournament and in-season tournament and play-in tournament, this stuff wouldn't be going on. Wouldn't have been happening. There would be no freaking 10 seed just happen to win 2 games and getting in there. There would be no Rich Paul around standing around like Grand Moff Tarkin or Darth Vader or the Emperor, whatever you want to call him, walks around just doing what he want to do. But then again, shoot, if David Stern was around, it'd be like freaking Boys season 3 around here. You got freaking Homelander waiting for his chance to do what he want to do. Why you got freaking, I forgot his damn name, but Giancarlo Esposito's character's name, and I forgot his name, Stan something in The Boys, but he got him basically owning Homelander until basically his character is gone. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I forgot his damn name. Giancarlo Esposito's name. Stan something. Not Stan Barret, but his name was Stan something. I can't think of his last name in the show. But yeah, it'll be like that. Basically, Homelander getting put in his place until his character, Esposito's character is up out of there. Then Homelander got free reign to do what he wanted to do, like he is doing now. But that's basically what LeBron's doing now. He had a fake figurehead in Adam Silver, and LeBron just can do whatever he want to do. Curse at a ref, go after a sports analyst on the sideline in a national televised game. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But the Lakotas won't get this because their brain's too small. But then again, shout out to Rick Bucher. I'm not going to make a video about what Rick Bucher said about the Lakotas, his fans, the stands, but it's very much true about these guys. They just slow with it, fall in line with the lies, basically head up their ass or LeBron's ass. They just don't see the light, and they never will. Some will. They got a brain. Most of these guys don't got a brain. They just talk rapidly. But anyways,